Dream journal. I feel bad for this one. I do. I dreamed for whatever. I don't even know how it started. I was just laying in the bed with a young lady named Ashlyn. It's a friend of ours from a couple of years back. We're still friends on Facebook and everything. But Ashlyn comes by and we're just having sex. Like it was the kind of thing we would do it some and we would stop and we would laugh and joke like ha 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 ha. And then somehow the door would end up open and we'd be like, oh man, gotta close the door so nobody sees. And I don't know what was happening, but there was like a trip or something that my father was there. He's always there, isn't he? So there's a trip that everybody's going on that I'm not going on. And apparently I've invited Ashlyn over before everybody leaves, which is fucked up. And sometimes we're doing it and the door opens and in the next room, in the living room, you can see people physically in the living room sitting on the couch laughing and talking with their luggage. And it's like I'm thinking to myself, why didn't we wait until everybody was gone before we did this? But I was having such a good time that I didn't care. So we're doing it, right? And it's fine. It's sex. And like in the middle of it, again, there was no pressure. We would stop and go. I didn't feel any pressure. And, honestly, I think that was part of the appeal. Like there was no pressure to keep going if I didn't want to, or if I just wanted to stop and do something else for a second. There was no pressure, and she always seemed like, hey, as soon as you want to come over here and roll over and do it, we can. And at some point in the dream, I asked her to officially be my fuck buddy. And it's like, so what do you think? Sometimes you can stop by and we can, you know, that's now, that's a mess. Um, and she's like, well, it sounds good, but you've got a wife and you've got a family. We can't do that. Can't show up here every couple of days and do this. I was like, oh no, 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 not every couple of days, because I still got to satisfy the wife. I was thinking maybe once a week. You come over, and even if it's not a matter of we're doing it, like you just come over and we're just laying around, and you're like naked, and it's cool. And she's like, yeah, sure. And at some point, she asked me about movies that I had because she wanted to watch DVDs. Now, I'm not a DVD person. Like, I have them, but everything I have now is digital, so I don't. So she's like, yeah, can I see your movie? So she's flipping through the movies, and then the cat comes in.
Are you pooping?
No.
Oh, are you making a video while you poop?
I'm doing my dream journal.
Oh.
Oh, look at you, going to do some work.
I didn't mean to interrupt your dream journal.
Nah, you all right.
Hey, how long has that been a thing that you do?
About 2 weeks now.
Oh, cool.
So we're flipping through the movies, and I just remember feeling like that was really primitive. I don't even think we end up picking a movie, but there is something on in the background. And I remember now it's like, wow, I got all these DVDs. I don't have a DVD player, but I remember, oh, you can just put it in the PS4. But I don't think we ever got around to that. Now, here's where it gets weird. Like it's not already. But we'd be laying there and I'd be like holding her and we're just, we're laughing and joking and everything's fine. But I woke up and suddenly I'm next to Asia and I feel so guilty. I'm like, wow. I feel like I kind of just cheated on my wife, you know? So I drift back to sleep. I'm like, okay, I'm good. But then, Ashlyn's right there again. And I'm like, oh. And I think this may have been the first lucid dream I've had in a while because I was well aware of what was happening. But this time, now that I've seen Asia and now I'm back and I'm here with Ashlyn, I'm just like, hey, you gotta go. She's like, what is it? I was like, nah, you gotta go. And she's got these boots, and they're like thigh-high boots, and they got like a little heel on them. But like the bottom of her shoe is like completely worn out, so you can see like the bottom of her foot when she puts her shoe on. I don't know why that was important. I just remember that detail. So I'm like, hey, you gotta go. She's like, oh, that's okay, that's fine. She's like, so are we doing this again next week? And I was like, yeah, I'll call you. And then I woke back up. It was so weird. Like I've known Ashley now for years, and it's like she's a pretty girl, but I'm not attracted to her at all. But I guess somewhere subconsciously, subliminally, I was like, so weird.